Are you completely delusional?
And everyone, yes. Oh, look what he's doing, and we're like, what?
I'm gonna kick your face off.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling Podcast. My name is Ant, and this is
Ollie.
And today we're looking at NXT UK episode 6. A great episode.
Yeah, it was.
I think it's the best so far.
I would say, yeah, you're probably right on that one.
So we'll go into it and we'll find out exactly what we enjoyed about it and what we didn't enjoy about it. So stick around if you are enjoying the podcast so far.
Yep.
We see the Coffee Brothers and Wolfgang arrive together. Obviously this was filmed before they arrived, which would have been before the heel turn happened, and
well, yeah,
we forget that, don't we?
Yeah,
we move on from that.
They probably just sent them outside and went, "Can you just walk towards this building and then we'll film?"
Probably. You mean a cameraman didn't wait for hours?
But within kayfabe.
Oh yeah, okay, fair
It
enough.
happened.
We get
at the beginning of
highlights
this
from Evolution with Toni Storm versus Io Shirai.
Shirai.
It was a great match at Evolution. Actually.
Yes, it was.
Really
It was
enjoyed
amazing.
that match. So
really,
nice.
They
to
didn't
see.
give enough time, but it was great.
No, it was a great what we got. Toni Storm versus Dakota Kai was the first match. So a really exciting match for me. I was really excited for this match.
Yeah.
You've got Toni Storm in there with someone else who can work.
Yes.
As opposed to Nina Samuels, who she was good, but you know, Toni Storm was very much carrying it. At least Dakota Kai's got the sort of experience having been at NXT for a while. Both girls go to kick each other at the start of the match and catch each other's legs. They both put them down slowly. A little bit corny, that, but it's all right.
It was wrestling, wasn't it? It was wrestling, not wrestling. It was
Dakota
wrestling.
Kai, the heel Dakota Kai, not really a heel. A bit
No, it was
a happy heel, isn't she?
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna kick your face off.
Bye.
Bye.
No, I like her. I think.
I do. I quite like her.
Yeah, she was there, but we had face on face kind of dynamic. I think here, didn't we? Like it was,
yes.
Yeah.
Dakota Kai is the one that goes for the kick first, though. Afterwards,
yes.
Then she does that double foot stomp. At the start, I hate her double foot stomp. It looks like it's gonna hurt someone, man.
It does. Or maybe that's why it's good, because it looks painful. It does look nasty.
No, it just looks sloppy.
Do you think?
It's the way that she falls back. I don't like it. Like a foot stomp, it happens all the time nowadays, especially with there's a superstar called Finn Balor. Who? If you've watched the Jordan Devlin match.
I think trained Jordan Devlin, didn't he?
Yeah, apparently so. But no, for me, I just don't like it. And then she did a kick to the face or a knee to the face, which looks like it knocked Toni Storm's head off.
Yeah, that was good.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Was it good?
It was just really well delivered.
I was still reeling from the foot stomp falling onto
You know what? It looks messy. It looks messy, but I think it's meant to look more real.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because quite often with foot stomps, you see them kind of pull their knees at the last minute, but you don't see that with hers because she just sort of
jumps on
jumps into them. Yeah, and
she uses them like a bouncy castle.
Yeah. I kind of like it.
There was a long modified STF, which really built up well. Actually, it was one rest hold. But no, it was storytelling, yeah, and that's when them sort of moves work best. So it's like a modified STF. She hadn't got the leg locked into the same position. Yeah, but then Dakota Kai eventually makes it to the ropes, and it was good.
Yeah, really nice.
Built up.
Yeah, you know what? I wondered whether they'd just have. I genuinely thought they might just have a tap here.
Yeah, I thought I was hoping
just a second. I went, they might just have a tap and have Toni go over like that, and shortchange us a little bit to then push that match on again another point. Do you know what I mean? Say it didn't really finish in a way that was, you know what I mean? That was.
But then, like I say, conclusive. I think at the minute with Toni Storm, they need to keep giving her these great matches. Yeah. And because I'm so excited anytime she's on the screen. Yeah, she's great. You've said before you watched the Mae Young Classic, sort of, because you watched every Toni Storm match.
Yeah, I know. Well, she's got the full package, and she's a star. She's an absolute star, and like she, you know, from the second she walks on stage to the second she leaves the ring, she just screams superstar. Yeah,
it's great.
Amazing.
Kai gets her leg to the corner, the bro kick in the corner or whatever.
Oh yeah, so it's like she bends the run, doesn't she, into the face wash, and it works really well here because Toni leaves her in the corner and runs across to do that thing she does where she hits the other corner and then comes back. Dakota preempts it, and bends the run around to catch her with a face wash as she hits the corner.
Really nice, yeah.
Really, really nice ring psychology.
Then she goes for the lower kick that she normally does, but Toni Storm caught it and reversed it. She got her in the centre of the ring for a German. It wasn't as good as Toni Storm's normal Germans. It was a bit shorter.
Kind of went slightly sideways.
Yeah,
didn't it? But still, it was snappy. And
it was cool.
It looked
cool.
Harsh.
Yep, and then she gets a Storm Zero for the win. Wasn't again the strongest Storm Zero we've seen there.
No, I don't know what it was. Like the kind of drop on the shoulder looked like right, and then I don't know, there was the way that Dakota fell. I don't know, it just didn't land quite the way we've seen it land.
No.
Recently,
Gimme comes out at the end of the match and attacks Dakota Kai on the ring ramp.
Yeah.
Ginny, first time we've seen Jenny. What do you think so far?
So we talked a little bit on the last episode about this build that she's had with these 3
model packages.
Modern promos. I'm much more excited now that I've seen her come out and be vicious.
Yeah.
And she hits Dakota Kai to the point where Dakota Kai goes down over the edge of the entrance ramp.
Yeah, it looks like she very nearly hit the lights that were on stage.
Yeah, it looked painful. Looked good. It was good, and she seemed aggressive, which was nice. Like, I can get behind that as a character. I'm not sure if I can do the whole, I'm a fashionista thing. It just feels a bit. It feels a little bit like, like when Summer Rae was with Fandango. It just feels a little bit.
I don't think it does yet. I'm looking. I'm not judging it yet. I think we'll see where it goes.
But what I saw, good.
She looks at Toni Storm and says, "This is my NXT, my NXT."
In that voice.
In that voice, yeah. So great. We're moving on to a storyline with her and Toni Storm.
Yep.
I'm sure that'll bring in some good matches.
Yep.
Could be one of Toni Storm's losses, I think, actually, as well.
Do you think?
I think they'll build Ginny.
I think Tony's going over. I think they're building Ginny to feed Toni.
Okay, cool. We'll see.
I think.
We'll see. Really good match. If you're enjoying the episode so far, please, if you leave a like on our video, it really helps out the channel. If you go subscribe to us on Gimme a Whole Year on the YouTube, that really helps, and hit the ring bell to let you know when pay-per-views are coming up. Your chest is growing, my friend. We've also got merchandise on Redbubble and Patreon, so if you are interested in helping us out, have a look there. That'd be cool. So the next match. We're also on Facebook and Twitter where we let you know where the next episode's coming out. We've been trying to keep up with the NXT UK. So if you're enjoying this, hit us up there and let us know what you think, man. Or woman. Evolution. Amir Johnson is next, who has basically been given the Bollywood Boys gimmick.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I really like it. Yeah. I like him. I think it's fun and it's entertaining, and he's a really, really good babyface.
He was good in ring as well. I thought this was going to be a squash match. So this is against Zack Gibson, who's obviously been sort of one of the big features heels along with the Coffee Brothers. He has been amazing, and he is amazing here as well. Shoes off in the audience straight away. I'm going to take my slipper off.
While we were watching the episode, I took my shoes off and held them up.
He tells me, Jordan, not to listen to the crowd. This is the most important match of your life. Great,
good, isn't it?
Great,
so good.
Gibson constantly going after Jordan's arm. It's a real methodical match. Like, Gibson doesn't have to do any of this flashy stuff. He just goes in the ring and it's a suplex and it's controlled and it's working over an arm or something like that. Really,
he basically just stands in the middle of the ring and lets his opponent kind of move around him, come at him, and then he throws him away, and then he'll grab them by the face, slap them, talk some trash, and then carry on. It's great.
And then some of that trash was he was going after Amir, saying that the crowd haven't chanted for him once. All that the chanting is about the hate for Gibson, which is so true. And it's great. And it's great that he's using that and recognising that. It's not an easy thing to recognise. But the crowd aren't cheering for the other guy. They just hate Gibson, which is great.
But that's the thing, is they love to hate Gibson, which is why it's so good for him, because at any point he can use that in any direction that he wants,
and he is using it, and that's the exciting thing, that sometimes wrestlers, especially in the WWE, aren't reacting to the stuff that's going on outside the ring, and he really is here. The arm suplex looked really good.
I love it. I really like that.
Straight arm.
And that kind of like lifting leverage arm kind of. I think it's called like a lever arm something. Okay. I don't know, but that's great as well. Where he lifts them really high with their arm.
Using their arm,
it looks nice.
And again, telling that story of working over the arm.
Builds up to the Shankly Gate, your favourite move.
Shankly Gate, the most awfully named move of all time. Jordan does get a few good moments here, especially with crossbodies. There's a high running one. There's one off the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Great. It wasn't just a squash match.
No.
It felt like it didn't feel like a squash match, but it still felt like Gibson was playing with someone
and in control for pretty much the whole match.
And that's exciting. Yeah. You know, that's good. Helter Skelter into a Shankly Gate for the win. He holds on to the Shankly Gate a little bit after the tap, which is showing great heel. You know, it's not too long. It's not that sort of
played out.
And then we get the referees out. It's just a little bit that just works, and he's very good at that. Really good heel work.
Just twists the dagger, doesn't it?
He doesn't have to do much, and he's so over.
Yeah.
He's got so much hate, and that's great.
Then really
we get an advert for Road to Evolution, which is a WWE Network thing about evolution. Yay. And then we go back to Gibson, who's still in the ring. I wasn't expecting that. That's the only reason I mentioned that advert, because I wasn't
it was weird Gibson that we came back and he was still there.
But great.
Yeah, because I knew that meant we were going to get a promo.
And it's
Gibson promos
awesome
fun.
promo. Yeah, so he says that he's Liverpool's #1 and soon to be recognised as NXT's UK in #1. He's incredible on the mic. It's great. The crowd make him stop by being so loud, and he does this great thing where he like shivers almost with anger.
Yeah,
and it's great. It's great that he's using that to create his character.
I can't wait to see what the payoff is going to be at the end of this. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be something where
Pete
he uses it.
I mean, I think he's going to be the one that takes the title. I really do.
Yeah,
and
he'd be good for it.
I think. They didn't do it at the UK tournament because they had a match with him on the second night on the UK tournament, which Trent Seven mentions in a bit.
Yeah.
But they hadn't built up Gibson enough then. He's so built up now.
Yeah.
He's
They've
so
given him
ready
time on
for
TV.
it.
And it'll be a while yet before that even happens.
And when he does win, people will hate him even more.
Yeah.
And because Pete Dunne's been such a good champion, giving us some great matches.
I think, genuinely, he's the best champion that we've had for a long, long time in any kind of field.
Oh, in any.
Yeah, I mean Becky Lynch
Styles,
is doing
Becky
a lot.
Lynch, yeah,
AJ Styles is great, but that's a conversation for another time. But I genuinely think Pete Dunne's up there.
Yeah, he is. No, he is great. So wanted that match against Triple H.
Yeah,
so much talent in the back wants to ride his coattails. He say, and then Trent Seven comes out. Are really you smart. Completely delusional?
And everyone.
Yes. Which is great. He just comes out and he's so matter of fact. And the thing with Trent Seven, and this is what's going to be so good about this, is he is so good at a promo. Like, he is the mouthpiece for Mustache Mountain.
Yeah.
And we've got these two guys who have incredible promo skills about to go at it. That's really exciting.
Yeah, like, because that's what I think that's what this show's needed. For the last 6 episodes is that we've had quite a good, single person promos kind of going on, but we've not had a really, really good back and forth yet. And this episode was it. This was the moment.
It was Trent Seven and the wrestlers at Blackpool who kicked off the British Revolution. But where was Gibson? Where was he? He was watching on his mum's laptop
in bed at home.
It was great. It was hilarious.
Gibson's furious about that, isn't he? Like, you could see it. He's like losing it in the ring when
his biggest accomplishment was getting the audience to take the shoes off at the Royal Albert Hall. And Seven wants to fight Gibson now, but Gibson leaves the ring. Great.
Yeah. Oh, because he makes it look like he's going to fight him, scoots out the ring.
I would have loved to have seen a little scuffle here. I know that it's building up. I would have loved something little.
That's why it's effective, because you wanted to see it.
Yeah, maybe so.
You wanted to see it, and he wouldn't give that to you, and that makes you more annoying. It's good heel
Gibson.
Gibson's great. And pairing him with Trent Seven, amazing
Best
idea.
Move.
Yeah,
Best move.
Such a good idea.
Because we talked about this briefly as we were watching it. Trent Seven is that guy that it doesn't matter if he gets beat. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. And he's going to look $1 million. Both of them are going to come off so well from this. Kenny Williams, he's already fought on 205 Live, but NXT UK is going to learn why they call him the Lucky Un.
Yeah. So is being lucky a gimmick? Is that a thing? Like, that's
was
surely
Hornswoggle lucky?
Wow. I mean, do you mean his career? Was it lucky? What do you mean his in-ring style? I think that's been retconned, doesn't it?
It's a rubbish gimmick. Yeah. But I tell you what, they put on a wonderful match.
That's the thing, is he's amazing in the ring. So why is he making his thing about being lucky?
I don't know.
Like he's great. He doesn't need to be lucky because he's good. That's why I don't. Do you know what I mean? Like
I know exactly what you mean. Well, he comes out into the ring and he's got this really weird ring gear that has like an arrow on the back of his waistcoat with an arrow pointing to his derriere.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
that's odd.
Yeah,
I see. I really like his trousers.
Yeah,
they look cool, and he's got nice trainers, and I'm a trainer guy.
Why he has an arrow pointing to his backside.
Maybe it's like this is where I sit. No, I was gonna say like this is like I sit on the throne. Do you know, I'm.
Dude, you are really stretching.
I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like you're all below me, kind of thing. Okay. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't sold this way. I know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
And I know what you mean, and that's not what I mean.
There's a nice sequence where they keep avoiding each other's move at the beginning. Yeah. It was like a choke slam, but it wasn't. It was sort of a lift up with the arm into a backflip, which really showed Devlin's speed early on. Devlin then wrenches at Kenny Williams' eyes, so Devlin's really sort of going in for this heel roll. Kenny gets a wonderful elbow drop off the top rope to a standing Jordan Devlin, and I'll be honest, at this point I was thinking, well, I expected a squash here, but it was really good.
Yeah.
It was a good, solid match.
Yeah. Very competitive.
Yes. Yeah. Devlin gets his finisher, which is Ireland's Call now, I think they've named it.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think that's what they called it, yeah. Well, they were sort of going with that. He's got the weight of Ireland on his back before.
Yeah.
So I think that sort of makes sense.
I don't think
looked a lot better this time.
Finn Balor.
They didn't mention Finn
Balor, which was amazing because I could then actually focus on the match and enjoy it.
Yeah, and it was a good match.
Really good match.
Well,
Devlin's got such a hateable face, isn't he?
He does, yeah.
I really want to hate Devlin, and I'm glad he's a heel because I can hate him now.
Yeah, I'm glad he's a heel.
Yeah.
Yep. 3 great matches and something more exciting to look forward to next week, Ollie. Our friend Johnny Saint, the head teacher, is going to make not just an announcement, an exciting announcement. Now, how exciting do you think Johnny Saint is going to make this announcement?
I mean, okay, so what I'm picturing, he comes out to the ring, he's got a meter ruler, he's just tapping it against his palm, and he announces the first ever meter ruler on a pole match. And the loser gets wrapped on the back of the knuckles. That's what we're going for.
Yeah, that's what it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. Yeah. So an exciting announcement.
I had no idea. I assume it's going to be UK Women's Championship?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah. Probably. Yeah, an exciting announcement.
Next match, Mark Andrews, Flash Morgan Webster and Ashton Smith versus Mark and Joe Coffey and Wolfgang. Quite a lot going on in this 6-man tag match.
Yeah.
Quite difficult to follow because we don't... 6-man tag matches are one of them sort of things that you just throw out for viewers to do it all the time on Raw. It's always the main event of Raw. Yeah. Them guys you know really well. We don't sort of know the guys well enough to be able to... There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
At the minute, I'm finding it difficult to distinguish between Mark and Joe Coffey. That's not because they look the same, because they don't look the same, but I haven't established which one is Mark and which one is Joe yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just think it was a little busy putting this on. I would have preferred to have seen this match first, even though it's been the sort of main storyline. Yeah. And maybe put the women on with because their match could have done with a little bit more time.
And that would have been a good main event.
It would have been, yeah.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I kind of agree. The only thing is that I'm still not sure if this isn't the blow off.
Nah, can't be.
It was not yet. I don't know because okay, so I think they need to move the Coffeys on rather quickly. I think
to the
just constantly going back over with Mandrews and
Mandrews.
Yeah, Mark Andrews. Mandrews.
Great.
Mandrews, Webster, and now Ashton Smith because
Travis Banks was injured.
And it just feels like they're just treading water.
They've got to go back into Travis Banks though as well, and maybe that'll add a different dimension to it as well.
Maybe I don't know. I just kind of want to see is like just. Webster turn on Andrews or something just to set that up, or Eddie Dennis come into that and make it. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And take and because that part of the story would be really interesting. I want to see the Coffey Brothers do something else. I want to see them like move on to maybe Tyler Bate and Trent Seven. I know Trent Seven's just set up the thing.
Yeah, but that also feels like the big match at the end of it as well. Yeah, I think it feels a little soon for that for me.
I'm done with the Coffey Brothers and Mandrews
I like it
now.
I still like it. Even though, I still like it. I think there's a lot more potential.
So my question is, why continue the feud at this point? Because they've already beaten them. As a 3, they've beaten those 3 that are on the
But then you add Travis Banks into it, and do they get Eddie Dennis to come and help them?
They'll just end up with like
everyone on the roster.
Man tag matches. Yeah. Just like, well, I'm on this guy's side.
Yeah. Great.
Just standing in the middle of the ring with a meter ruler, Johnny Say, just
great.
Everyone in my office now.
Early on in the match, just around the faces in the ring, getting it onto the apron. It looked really great. It was that sort of Shield moment, really.
Yeah.
Joe Coffey swings Mark Andrews around before faceplanting. I never really like any swinging moves,
Do you not?
No. He's a crowd pleaser, but
he did 2 big swings.
He did during the match. He did. Ashton Smith does rock punches, man.
Yes, he does like the.
That was an awful.
Yeah, it's really hard.
We are not the Rock, man.
But he does that kind of like.
It's the back arm,
the one arm kind of flipping around, and then
and I think he oversells a little bit too much for me as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He like kind
of feels like he's trying
flops
to
around
hog the camera a little bit.
Do you think?
I think so. I don't know. We'll see where it goes from here.
Just the woo thing really annoys me.
Yeah.
Even like I remember the last episode we discussed him. I said I quite like it when the crowd does it. Now I don't even like it when they do it. It just gets really annoying.
I think he's just playing a little bit too much, but we'll see where it goes. It might be reined back a bit. I don't know.
Maybe.
Mark Andrews back against Wolfgang. Delivers a hurricane off the top rope, which looked really good. Coffey attacks Mark Andrews on the outside of the ring, but there's no cameramen to film it.
Yeah,
we just forgot about that.
Oh, look what he's doing, and we're like, what? What is he doing? I can't see it.
It would have been great if he came out in a dress or something, and they've just changed his clothes in the ring, or given him a pedicure.
Just like something totally non-wrestling.
Oh my god! They've given Mark Andrews.
The thing is, with that camera work at that point, the Undertaker could have come out or wouldn't have known about it.
Or just swap Mark Andrews out for someone else.
Yeah.
Anyway, off the beat. They continue to beat Mark Andrews around the ring. A great stun dog millionaire from Andrews to Matt Coffey looked really great. Webster gets in against Wolfgang.
Love that move.
Using his speed against him. Webster looked really good for a bit here. But there was some sloppy pushes off each other from Wolfgang that was a bit weird. There was a little bit. The Coffeys do the pop up uppercut move. I don't like it, man.
Still not sold on it.
No, it don't feel devastating enough.
No, they could do something amazing.
They could do something
but
awesome.
I think it kind of like maybe they are moving away from using that as a finisher because Ashton kicked out of it.
A signature, it's fine. A signature, it's fine.
So I feel like maybe they're going to work on something else.
And then it all got very fast, but a bit sloppy as well. You noticed a bit.
Yeah. So there was a moment where Joe took a hit and then rolled out of the ring, but clearly Wolfgang was waiting for the tag to get in. So Joe rolled back in, made the tag, and then rolled out again. And Mandrews was just sort of like dancing in the corner waiting for something to happen, which was a bit strange.
It was a bit weird.
I think it was just a bit of miscommunication or whatever.
It
just felt, it did kind of break it up a little bit and made it feel a bit...
Yeah, it did. It ruined the momentum slightly. I agree. Webster dives off the top rope into a crowd of heel with
just that amazing like
Cannonball Senton.
Yeah, and he like...
Cannonball Senton. Why do we have to call everything Cannonball?
Yeah, everything's a cannonball. Well, I suppose he did like tuck up into a little cannonball, didn't he?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. But I like that he like dives out and then does the flip like right at the last moment. Do you know what I mean? It's a nice touch to see him kind of like
Yeah, no, it was nice. Cool. It was cool. But a bit sort of jumping onto 6 people.
Yeah, which you see in and out on Raw all the time.
Yeah, Webster goes for a tag, but the Coffee brothers take out both of the other two on the ring apron. Yeah. Good psychology, but it was all a little fast, I think. I think that was maybe the problem. It was all just a bit chaotic. Not fast, chaotic.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Wolfgang gets a spear.
Yeah, not his best one.
No, we normally.
It always looks nasty because he stops and like drives up. Yep. But normally he gets him with that kind of Uranagi thing. Mm-hmm. But this time he didn't. But maybe it was just a timing thing.
Maybe it was.
But I do still like his spears.
Wolfgang gets a spear and then he Irish whips Webster into an awesome lariat by one of the Coffee brothers, which gets him the pin.
Coffee, yeah.
It's hard. I think it's hard with this 6-man tag because we don't know people well enough. Yeah. If that had been Braun Strowman and Finn Balor and all these people, characters that we know sort of inside out, we get the stories that are going on between them. But it's hard to go because obviously there's a Wolfgang Andrews thing. There's Webster who fought, was it Mark Coffey or Joe? So it's like all these sort of stories that are just quite jumbled at the minute. I would have put this on first. I think.
I think it might be a problem with the format in it, the format of the entire series of shows. Mm-hmm. I think that because I don't think the roster's that deep, and because it's like these hour-long shows that are happening, sometimes back to back, you're getting in 2 hours. Say this was like SmackDown or Raw, right?
Yeah.
And you're watching for 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Imagine some of those roster, or like half of the roster, or a large portion of the roster pulling double duty on each episode.
Yeah.
It starts to feel a little bit like, okay, hang on, so this person's doing this, and now they're also fighting them, and then and it starts to feel like it's very condensed. Whereas if you had like a broader roster,
especially when we're getting 2 episodes a week now. But then, like we said, if they'd shown episode 5, I think that would by itself as a week.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people I think could have potentially tuned out at that point.
Yeah.
So I mean, how many guest stars do you give it?
Okay, so
this is the best episode so far, would you say?
It is, right?
Right, and you've already given a 4.
I've already given a 4 out, which now I'm slightly regretting.
I did say it at the time, dude.
So the whole episode was good.
Yeah.
I thought the 6-man tag was fine, but not as good as it could have been. In keeping with my current scoring, I'm going to give it a 4.1. So it was better than week 4.
Yeah.
And I would probably never give 4s again.
Good answer. I thought it was 3.5. I thought it was really good. I'd quite happily watch the episode again, basically.
I'll retcon my 4.
Best match, I think it's a difficult one because I enjoyed them all for different reasons. But I don't think you can give... Because the Gibson thing was a sort of squash match, so I don't think you can give it for that. I think there was a little bit of a mess at the end of the 6-man tag, so I'd probably go with a women's match, although it really was a bit short. They could have had a bit more time for that, I think.
See, I'm giving it to Gibson.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Gibson and...
It's great work, man, that he's doing. And that promo between him and Trent Seven is part of what makes the episode so amazing.
I think just that whole... It was interesting because week 4... it was really good at either end and weird in the middle, and I feel like this was almost the opposite. It was it was good at both ends, but it was really, really good in the middle.
Yeah, it's great. And best performer?
Ooh, let me think. You go first.
Gibson. I think it was great. I think it's great.
Yeah, Gibson.
It's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've enjoyed the episode, please head on over to the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling podcast and make sure you are subscribed for new videos, because we'll be releasing videos every week. We've also got series on old pay-per-views that you can go back and watch, which would be awesome. And it'd be awesome to get your feedback. Let us know what you think in the comments below, or hit us up on Facebook or Twitter. Let us know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And keep it gay.